we got a really cool one for you today. It's exciting. It's from an all-new brand, and when you take a look at that packaging, that's pretty fun. I like it. Ooh, and the warranty card looks to have a rainbow effect on it. Man, the little details. Oh, and there's an extra strap. And let's open up the leather pouch. So far, I gotta say, I'm loving this unboxing. It makes me feel like I bought something a little bit special. And there she is. Now that's interesting. Introducing an all-new brand named UbiQ and their first ever watch, the Dual. But let me just come clean here. My collection is predominantly black, white, silver dials, no color at all. And it's typically boring watches that I gravitate towards. So I was surprised when this thing won me over. I really like it and it just works. For their first ever watch, I think they nailed it and you're going to love it. And this one is limited. They will be making 100 units of each colorway, and your unique number will be engraved on the case back. And speaking of the case back, it has a dual way of opening. You can open it with that Rolex style teeth or the traditional slotted case back opening method. So very cohesive, and you're going to notice that throughout this video, everything is dual here. For example, the gorgeous high polished chamfers that completely outline the mid-case. It gives the Dual such a unique profile look with that carved out sand-blasted mid-case. Now the top of the lugs have circular brushing, and my favorite design element is the cutout on the top. The sharp cutout really sculpts those lugs. It's subtle, but it has a huge impact to make it interesting. And on that subject of interesting is that bezel. Look at the bezel teeth. It's U-shaped for the brand name Ubiquitous, and from afar it looks like a normal coin edge bezel. But it's these finer details that really make this watch stand out. Now the insert is aluminum, my favorite material, and it does have a dual function. It's divided in two, so half for your dive time bezel and the other half for your dual time, so you can track a second time zone. Okay, so now we're gonna check out how it feels and its sound. Okay, they surprised me. It's a 60 click bi-directional that's smooth and quiet with well-defined indentations, but not as crispy as say the main Skymaster's dual time. But it's not bad, and bravo to UbiQ for realizing that people are not going to actually dive with this, so we don't need a 120 click unidirectional bezel. So we can use the dual time to track a second time zone, and we can use the dive time bezel to time things like a workout or a commute. Now, why do I love aluminum inserts so much? Well, one of the reasons is they fade, and I love that look. Let's use editing to see how this one would look faded. Oh man, that looks awesome. Now let's check out the dimension. I got 39 millimeters in diameter with a secret measurement of 29.5 millimeters. And we got a thickness of 11.5, including that boxed sapphire crystal and no drilled lugs, and a lug to lug of 47 even. This watch just hugs my wrist. I'm a big fan of how it wears. But you guys be the judge on the faraway shots throughout the video and let me know how it wears. So during the unboxing, we saw that orange strap. And don't worry, you're not gonna have to pay extra for it. It's not an add-on. The Dual comes with dual straps. You get a bracelet and a matching FKM rubber. That's what I love to see. Keep up the good work. So let's look at the bracelet first. It's 20 millimeters and it tapers down to 16. Dramatic, elegant taper. It's a single link made to look like 3, and it's extremely flat. For the finish, it's very simple. Brushing all along the top side and high polish on the sides. Everything is solid, fixed via screws, and it's got a flat design, so articulation isn't the greatest, but I do appreciate the female end links, and we got a twin button release, fully milled clasp with 5 micro adjustments. Now heads up, they are considering on-the-fly toolless micro adjust in the Kickstarter campaign, so make sure your voice is heard in the comments section. They will be reading the comments. Now the strap is vibrant orange. It matches that inner ring on the insert. I love it. And when I wore it with the strap, often I would forget the watch was even on. It was extremely comfortable. Let me shift gears and ask you a question. Were any of you BlackBerry fans? Because when I saw those hour markers, it instantly reminded me of the Squircle. What's a Squircle, you ask? Well, it's basically a square and circle combined, which these hour markers are. But for the 12, 3, and 9, we got emerald-shaped batons. Now, we gotta talk about the handset. The hour hand is a broadsword style that looks very unique. I like that they made it orange to focus on the hour hand when using the dual time, and that orange matches the lollipop seconds. Very nice. The minute hand is high polished, an arrow tip that reaches all the way to the edge of the dial where there is a black chapter ring. The dual, of course, has dual lume. No surprise, we got BGW9 on the hour markers and C1 on the hands and bezel. The lume is decent, but this is a prototype and the lume will be upgraded for the retail version. I forgot to mention that although I like the frame date window at 6 o'clock, the legibility isn't the greatest because it's in orange. If they made that black, that would really help legibility, but I get that it's orange to match the theme of the watch. So what's powering this all-new watch? Well, there's good news. It's the Myotam 9015, which means you are going to get a smooth sweep 28.8 VPH 24 joules hack hand wind automatic with 42 hours of power reserve. These movements are reliable and accurate, and I prefer it over the Seiko NH35. From my experience, these movements come from Myotam at an average of plus 10 seconds a day. And this one is just a prototype, it seems to be in line with that. I don't know if the retail version will get regulated, but I would have loved to see a higher end option like the G100, which is a higher grade Swiss-made version of this movement. Maybe the Series 2 will have a premium option. Would you guys be interested in that? Comment down below. So what does this vibrant, creative watch cost? Well, it's live on Kickstarter February 1st, and I believe it's going to launch at a discount, $519 USD. That's absolutely fair, and even the retail price is not bad at $649 USD. I know some of you are wary of Kickstarter, but let me tell you, I've dealt with a lot of companies, and UbiQ, even though it's their first run, they are very professional, and you can tell they have all their ducks in a row. Just their level of organization, the way they deal with companies, I have faith in them. So now I turn it over to you. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. And guys, make sure to like the video on your way out. The link to the Kickstarter is going to be in the description. But if you want to watch more videos like this one, then click into the 2 videos I have for you on the right of your screen right now, and I'll see you there.